unlock your ability of peaceful sitting. Buenos dias, everyone. It's the morning show, Monday through Friday, 8:05 p.m. this morning. We're heading towards the end of the month. Today is April 29th, Motivational Monday. And of course, we kick off with the dad joke that I tried. I tried to make up a joke about a ghost, but I couldn't because it had plenty of spirit, but no body. Oh, ba-da-bum. Thank you. But why don't we head over to sports? It is Motivational Monday. We are going to talk about our ability to sit. We have a brand new topic this week. It's about serenity. And you're going to be like, then why are we watching this? Well, you'll see. All right, let's hear it. Serenity. I love it. I even getting a little teary only because the excitement, and for those real like football fans out there, you know it's coming. La Copa is coming to the United States. But before that, did you see that focus of the players? I mean, we could like rewind that and play it, and that is our theme. I mean, at the end of the day, right? Let's talk about the benefits of embracing serenity. You know, I mean, last week we canceled hustle culture, and so what do we focus on? What do we lean towards or explore this week? And when we embrace serenity, and I think I think, oh, I thought of the word differently, and I'm going to share it. But when we embrace serenity, and the hope for this week, as we dive into, it's to cultivate calmness. I don't know if you guys saw some of those soccer players. It started very calm. I know they got excited towards the end, and man, let me tell you, if I was one of the last players while everyone's getting like antsy and whatever, you saw their concentration. Hands were in the knees, and it was calmness, even though there was chaos. And it was focus, and they were present. That's the goal for this week. If you want to join me as we set out some challenges, and if those who are watching live, and again, if I don't see any comments, of course I go and check out everything else in LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. So if you got, I like the word ability because we could all learn. I'm so tired of the word method, process, strategies, and all those words. How about the ability? Because we have it. We all have this ability of embracing serenity. And do you think of serenity as someone who is just like super laid back, unmotivated, not very ambitious? Like our fairy dogs who live life absolutely to the full. Okay, so it's story time. It's Monday, and the first time that it's interesting because it was the first time I've heard the word said to me, and it was in Spanish, and it was my aunt, Tia Solema. It was my wedding day, and she said, it was like this serenity in you. And now I'm forgetting the word in Spanish, but drop it in the comments for those who speak Spanish, okay? And I've been thinking about that because I thought about that moment, and obviously that's a picture. Let me put me small. All right. That's a picture, right? I believe we are praying. That's why our eyes are closed. and um, and so it's got nothing to do with plain church or plain prayer. Let me put myself nice and big in here so I could disclaimer here, because it's got nothing. The wedding is a day, marriage is a lifetime. Wedding is a day, marriage is a lifetime. So before I walked in and understanding that, having my parents been divorced, so many people, and again, I don't know, like, well, I don't foresee future. I'm not talking about perfection. I'm talking about what I was going through in the whole process, even dating Jimmy. And the word that comes top of my mind is trusting, because there was so much opposition from from the church that we were part of at that moment. And we probably only had like a 10 people supporting this, but it was such an opposition because he had just gone through a divorce and people were saying it's too soon. So there was so much like wannabe interventions, and I get it. In at that moment, I saw them not so much as bad, evil, bad, or any of that. I was pretty much, I'm trusting. And that's the way I see that word. I was trusting from the beginning, from 2000, late 2008 to 2009 to 2010, when we went out to that day, which is October 2nd, 2011. And so it's not about, oh, I'm going to trust now at this wedding day, but it was the whole process. And I'm just going to get, actually, I went too far. It was the whole process of getting to a unity. And it was trusting, and it was not this, how do I say this? It was trusting the whole journey, because there was, as I said, there was opposition, but there was also so much clarity, and so many open windows and doors towards what our journey together was unfolding in front of us, like who we were with our friends and our hikes and our adventures, and what we were talking about, what we wanted to do, our personal contribution to humanity. And it was that part. And so again, it's not, we don't get to a place. That's why I used the word experience. Has there been fights and all that? Of course. Was there fights and before that? Yes. But embracing serenity, and in that sense of, for me, without even looking at a definition, which I'm actually I'm gonna look at it right now so I can share it. But it was trusting the process, the whole trusting God, trusting him, trusting myself. It was all three. And I know personally, there's some people that just say, I just trust God, and then they're like truly unhappy in their marriage because they didn't trust their partner and they didn't trust themselves. And you're missing that part of the triangle. We can't just throw our hands up and say we're just trusting God. We're inside, we're not being vulnerable, we're not communicating, we're not letting go of something. So that there is no clarity in that sense. And if you are in that state and this video came to you, make sure that, because so many institutions push us away from feeling, from thinking and making decisions. If someone is thinking for you, deciding for you, think again. Or, and I want to say, like, wake up. but but yeah, it's more about the three, and that's my definition. That is my definition when I see this picture, when I think about the first time it was set to me. And of course, in the wedding, that was like, did that happen at all time? No, I freaked out when the video I made for him, I made him a video of like our story, and it was not working. And I remember telling Sarah, I was like, Sarah, tell him to stop it. Like, I was like, forget it, I'll just share that with him or something like that. But I remember losing my temper on that, or my cool. But the whole time, right before this picture, right, it's not the party, it was the ceremony. It was right at the ceremony. It really felt magical. And it started raining right after that. So it was sunny, beautiful, as you guys can see in here. And then the second we walked out, it started raining. And then the party began inside. And so, but anyway, but now I want to share, because I'm going to go to this tab. Let's make sure you have it. Yeah, okay. So let's look at definition. The absence of mental stress or anxiety. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I believe 100% that when it comes to anxiety, it's because I had that panic attack back in 2015. So I can relate to having a panic attack, anxiety attack at 2 a.m. for wanting to have control of my sites, of my programs at the YMCA, to experiencing a calm, peaceful ceremony, because I was letting go and I was trusting. I was beyond, it was beyond myself. I was trusting my decision, trusting my husband, trusting God in the whole picture. It was all of us in the picture. So that's a place where at that moment I experienced that. Now, is that my life right now overall? I have a lot of fears. This is why I love this picture, and this is what I want, and this is what I'm proposing. And it's what we have, is the ability to sit peacefully. When we go to the parks, that's definitely my husband. I'm like, what if an alligator comes out of the lake? What if lizard starts crawling? What if I see rats? I mean, I that is constantly on my mind when it comes to sitting peacefully. So I wanted to give you a little bit of background what that word means to me. When did I experience? And I'm sure even if you are type A super controller like me, you've had a moment. Um, could have been when you gave birth to your child. Um, I don't know, first time you we all have it, right? How you reacted in a moment of emergency, while everybody panicking and you didn't. And so we all have it in different areas, and that's basically what I have for us today. And it's that ability to it's learned. So ability to me, it's not a talent. It's not something like you're born with. It's an ability, meaning that we can learn it. So I got two things for us that we can say. I'm learning to sit peacefully. So for me, it's setting this intention on this motivational Monday. If you want to join me, it's setting the intention of letting go. You know, I'm sure my husband can hold my dog. I'm usually like you said, a Poppy. Poppy doesn't like to stay still. Mm-mm. I don't like to stay still, and she senses my anxiety, and she doesn't like to be still. And it's not about Poppy, my dog. It's about Patty, me. She's sensing anxiety about that. I'm thinking about alligators, rats, and lizards, and roaches. Goodness. Florida. Why, Florida? Why? In New York, I guess the fear was like rats and squirrels and like a park. But anyway. So I got that for us. I'm learning to sit peacefully. I'm sure my husband can do that. Or I'm currently experiencing sitting peacefully. And I got those two words for us. Let me know what other things you have. And we're going to wrap it up, my friend. Let me know your definition of serenity. Let me know any of experiencing serenity at any point, especially especially if you are type A, control of, leader, red, whatever tests you did on behavior. If you believe you're way up there and you're like, yeah, serenity, I don't know what you're talking about. It could be learned. Let me know your definition. I hope you can join me this whole week. It's all about that. And with that, my friends, as always, again, Patty Zito in the house. If you like this video, obviously give it a like. Consider subscribing if you're in the tube. If you're in LinkedIn, I guess you just like the page or whatever. Let's connect. Let's connect about this. Of course, I got a free audio training about if you feel like when do I have time to do any of this reflection. There's a video in here. I'm sorry, there's a link. I'll put it in here. There we go. Get this course. It's free. It's short. You can do it 15 minutes a day or in one sit of 90 minutes if you got that. All right, my friends, I am out of here. It's going to be a fun week. I'm really looking forward to. And I shall see you mañana at 8 a.m.